One day, my parents and I stayed at an Airbnb in Vegas. Long story short, I got sick, I got food poisoning, and my parents had to go get medicine at Rite Aid. So I was left alone at the Airbnb. So the house we were staying at had phones, so anyone could call the house number. And I remember laying in bed and someone called. I didn't answer, so obviously they had to leave a voicemail. So I remember the voicemail was like this robotic, edited voice, and it was like, "The view is so great here, I'm behind you, blah blah." Don't worry, it gets better. I was really scared, so I started yelling and I ran outside. I had food poisoning, so I was throwing up outside. And guess what, bitch? This cute guy was outside, so then he comes up to me and he's like, "Is everything okay?" So I tell him what happened, so he's like, "Okay, I'll go inside the house with you. Let's see if someone's there." Oh, bitch, guess what? We start seeing some flashing lights in the room that I was in. The owner was recording me at the Airbnb. So after I ran outside and I find this cute random boy, he helps me and we go back into the Airbnb and we find the camera where the owner is literally recording me. So at this point, I remember the cute boy and we start taking pictures of the camera, and then we run out of the Airbnb and we call my parents, and then my parents call the cops. So long story short, my parents get there, and then guess who pulls up? The Airbnb owner. So I remember the Airbnb owner came out of his car and he had this like bottle of pepper spray. And he was like, "If you guys tell the cops, I'm gonna spray you guys. Like, this is my property. I could do whatever I want. Like, I could record you guys." So, obviously, my parents are mad, whatever. The police finally show up. And I remember they took him, whatever, blah, blah. We showed them the pictures. Obviously, we pressed charges. I mean, that's not okay. I don't really know what happened. But what I do know is that they did an investigation on his Airbnb. And they found a lot of cameras and footage that he had from previous people that stayed there. So I just came back from the massaging place because I needed to get a massage. And so long story short, the lady comes in and the massage begins. And she starts like massaging my feet and I couldn't stop fucking laughing. So she got me up and she was like, "Stop it." And I was like, "I can't." And she was like, "Get out until you're ready." I don't know what to do because when she kicked me out, I walked out bare ass naked. Like, I didn't have any shorts on. So I came home because I was never ready because it tickled so fucking much. So my shorts are in the massage place.
I sometimes don't wanna be happy. So hold it again. Oh.
When I was like 15, I went to the mall to take a picture with Santa as a joke. Long story short, it was finally my time to take a picture with him. I walk up to Santa and the first thing he tells me, he's like, "You're so beautiful. Like, you've been a good girl, haven't you?" So eventually the time was done, the pictures were taken, whatever. I turned to say bye to Santa and he starts leaning in for a kiss. At this point, I was annoyed, uncomfortable. So I took off his like glasses and like his beard, because you know how Santa wears that, like, "Oh, this is the best part, okay?" I look at him and the guy under the Santa suit was my friend's boyfriend.
So you go like this, and you go like this. Oh. Oh. Oh.
So when I was really young, I used to have a crush on this boy. We're gonna call him motherfucking Zane, okay? So you know, I was texting Zane on Kik, whatever. And out of nowhere, Zane sends me a picture. The picture was of him holding his bajunk down there. So I was scared. I mean, like, I didn't know what the fuck this was. I was so young. I was like, "Dad, what is this?" And he got pissed, bitch. Long story short, we were at the store one day. This is the best part, okay? My dad and I were at Toys R Us. And guess who we saw at Toys R Us, bitch? We saw Zane. So Zane walks up to me. He's like, "Hi, Sam." And I remember my dad was like, "Oh, you're the boy that sent her that picture, huh?" So last week, I ordered veneers off of this random guy on eBay. So if you don't know what veneers are, basically, they're like fake teeth. You snap them on your real teeth. So basically, my mom and I went to go eat one day, and I was like, fuck it. I decided I was gonna put the veneers on. I was gonna be a shining star. So long story short, I go and I start ordering my meal, and guess what, bitch? My veneers fall in front of the waiter.
And it doesn't stop here. Life really kept testing me.
So I called the guy that I ordered the veneers from, and I'm like, these aren't working. They didn't snap on my teeth.
Oh, this is the best part. Guess what he said? Guess what he said?
He's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Those are my old veneers. I used them for like 20 years. I was wearing his crusty old veneers, bitch. What the One day in elementary school, it was lunchtime.
A bitch had to go potty. It was poo-poo time.
So I remember I went to the restroom and I was exploding or whatever. And these girls walked in.
We're gonna call them the Chipettes, okay? This is the best part.
So the Chipettes start yelling in the bathroom.
Is someone here? Can someone hear me?
Like, I didn't say anything. I was literally taking a shit. Like, what? These girls, deadass, start laughing. They turn off the lights in the bathroom. They turn on all the sinks, whatever. And they start saying like Bloody Mary or some shit. And then the Chipettes run out of the bathroom and shut the door. So here I am getting casted on. I remember seeing a shadow. I fell on my ass. And I start screaming and crying. It wasn't good. So someone called the janitor. Janitor walks in to check up on me. It's a guy. Like in elementary, I was bullied a lot.
One day, this girl, we could call her Jenny. Jenny was having a birthday party.
So obviously I wasn't invited, so I basically begged for an invitation. And I remember Jenny was like,
okay, if you're like my servant for like a week, like I'll give you an invitation.
Long story short, I was a servant for a week and she gave me an invitation to her party.
This is the best part. It's the best part.
So finally, party day came. My mom was driving me to the party. We were going to the address that the girl gave me. So we finally get to the house. The house was looking dead. Like, it didn't have balloons, nothing. So I was like, maybe they're just not done decorating. So I go and knock the door. And you know who answers the door? You're never gonna guess who. My fucking teacher. It was my teacher's house. Jenny gave me the address of my teacher, not her fucking birthday party. I just wanted... Like, I kind of snuck out to go to my first party. Like, it started at 10 p.m., ended at like 4 a.m. So I went with my friends, Brian and Emma. We walk into the party and they take me to this room and they're like, okay, we're gonna go do something, but stay here in this room, wait for us, it's fine, it's safe.
You're gonna be fine, my ass! I was not fine, no.
So I go in the room and in one corner we have beautiful Brian and Lupita making out, eating each other. Other corner, we have little Jimmy twerking on the wall. No one's on the fucking wall, Jimmy. I decided to just chill on the bed in the room. I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. And this guy walks up to me. We're gonna call him Michael. So Michael and I start talking. We're vibing. He's pretty chill.
This is the best part, okay?
So Michael leans in for a kiss. And I curve him, obviously. And Michael gets mad and he's like, here's your karma.
Homie Michael barfs all over me.
One day I went on this app where you can make friends from all over the world, meet new people that are your age.
So I came across this cute guy's profile.
You already know, I gave him my Snapchat, whatever. So we were snapping each other back and forth and homeboy wouldn't show me his face.
What if it's a catfish? Like, bitch.
Long story short, I told him like, can I see your face, please? Personally, I'm not trying to fall for an old man right now.
So homeboy's like, FaceTime me tonight, I got you.
This is the best part.
Did I FaceTime him? Of course. Come on.
So I FaceTime him and he answers, and bitch, guess what?
It was it was actually him.
You know I freaking got you with those apps where you don't get catfished. Okay? The app I used was Wink. Let's go.
We love good endings. We love them. We love them. Snaps.
One day, my brother and I were walking to a liquor. To get there, we had to go through an alley. So we're walking through the alley and then randomly someone throws a rock at us.
Like, obviously, we turned around, like, bitch.
Literally no fucking cap, we turn around and we see a clown looking at us with a hammer in his hand. I thought it was my mom pranking me, so I remember I looked at the clown and I was like, you're so funny, take off the mask. My brother was like, Sam, what the fuck, stop, like, actually, this is a real clown. I remember I looked at the clown and then the clown's like, you have 5 seconds to run. Don't even try yelling, no one's gonna hear you.
Oh, bitch, we flew. This is the best part.
So my brother and I, we start sprinting because we want to get somewhere where people are. And the clown starts chasing us. So I remember the clown chased us into this like vacant house. My brother and I didn't know what to do. So we go into the house and then we start hiding, whatever. Tried calling the cops, no fucking reception.
And guess whose house it was? Guess who met up at this house?
So as the clown started chasing my brother and I into the vacant house, we hid in a closet behind a pile of clothes. So then shortly we start hearing the clown's footsteps in the house. He couldn't find us, whatever. My brother and I were still stuck in the house though. We couldn't call anyone, nothing was going through. So we end up getting bored and we're looking at the pile of clothes that we're hiding behind. Bitch, guess what? The pile of clothes we were hiding behind were different clown suits. So funny. So we realized, oh shit, this is the clown's house. So cool. At this point, it's like 2 a.m. So I'm assuming my parents got worried because we didn't come home. So obviously they called the cops and a whole ass search was being made for my brother and I. Long story short, they found us. The clown was taken. It was a teenager under the mask. I don't know what the fuck happened to the house. I'm not really allowed to walk there anymore. So here's the footage that y'all wanted though.